The Whispering Ruins. In a quiet village near the Atlas Mountains, there was an old, abandoned Kasbah, fortress. The locals whispered about it in hushed tones, warning visitors never to venture near after sunset. They claimed it was a place where the jinn gathered, a gateway to their world. Samira, a young university student, was visiting her grandmother in the village during the summer. Curious and skeptical about the supernatural tales, she decided to explore the Kasbah one late afternoon, despite the villagers' warnings. She carried her phone and a flashlight, assuring herself it was just an old, empty ruin. As she entered the crumbling structure, the air grew colder, and an eerie silence enveloped the place. The sound of her footsteps echoed off the cracked walls. Inside, the Kasbah was a maze of shadowy corridors and decaying rooms. In one corner, she found strange, intricate symbols etched into the walls, unlike anything she had seen before. Suddenly, a low, guttural whisper broke the silence. It was not a human voice. It was soft yet guttural, like the rustling of leaves mixed with the growl of a distant animal. "Samira, why are you here?" She froze, her blood turning to ice. How could anyone know her name? Her flashlight flickered, casting strange shadows that danced unnaturally on the walls. She turned toward the exit, but the once familiar doorway now appeared to stretch further away, as though the building itself were shifting. The whispers grew louder, coming from all directions. Then she saw them, shadowy figures with glowing red eyes, peeking from the corners of the Kasbah. Their shapes were fluid, shifting between human and something monstrous. Terrified, she began to pray under her breath, reciting Ayat al-Kursi, a verse from the Quran. The whispers turned into agonized screams, and the shadows recoiled, their forms dissolving into the darkness. Samira bolted toward the exit, stumbling over debris as the walls seemed to close in on her. When she finally burst out into the open air, the setting sun bathed the Kasbah in an orange glow. She turned back for one last look, only to see the entrance sealed, as if it had never been open. The villagers found her trembling and pale, clutching her phone with a cracked screen and drained battery. She tried to explain what she had seen, but they simply shook their heads, muttering prayers. From that day on, Samira never doubted the stories about the jinn. And whenever she closed her eyes at night, she could still hear the faint whispers, calling her name from the darkness.